91.7 WEEM, today's hottest hits. I'm Heidi Spencer, and this morning I have a special treat for you guys. I am joined with Alaina Glover and Devyn Porter, who are playing Princess Ariel and Prince Eric in the upcoming Pendleton Heights musical, The Little Mermaid, which will be going on this Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock and Sunday at 1:30. How are you guys doing?
I think we're doing amazing. A little tired because we've been at it all week, but we're excited.
It's definitely really stressful. I can understand that from both of you, how stressed you are. And I mean, what's it like been going through all these rehearsals? What's been the most stressful part of it?
Probably practicing every night. And now that we're in Tech Week, we have all the lights and the sound and the orchestra. And tonight we're doing costumes, so it's just a lot to do in one night. So
I agree with that. It's very tiring, but it's all worth it.
How have the rehearsals been going for both of you? How have kind of the transition from everything, from just like the very beginning all the way to now, like where you're getting into costumes, where the orchestra there's, where you've got tech people actually helping you out. How has that transition been for both of you?
It's been, well, I mean, everyone has their rough nights, and I know I have, but it's been pretty amazing. The cast works so well together, and the crew is always there doing the job they need to do, and with the lights, it makes it all exciting, and it makes it like it's finally coming alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going pretty well for how close we are to the show. I think it will get better as we continue practicing, but yeah, I'm loving it.
Alaina, you did a huge transition from being a mermaid to being a human, and with that, you have some issues, and you go part of the show not having a voice. And a lot of people would think that would make your job a lot easier, not having, lines to memorize or songs, but it almost makes it more difficult in a way because now you have to get all of your emotions out by not being able to use your voice. How is that for you? Like, what have been the complications with that?
Well, it was easier memorization-wise because I didn't have to remember as many lines, but it also was difficult because I'm a talkative person. I always have been. So it was hard getting what I wanted to say across with just shaking my head and nodding no. So that was a little bit of a challenge, but I think it's not too bad. In a way, it's kind of like Ariel. She speaks through her emotions and through the dances, so that's how it.
And Devyn, for you, this is really only your second show here at the high school, and I know from my own experience that it was kind of like a shock once you started getting into it. And how has that been? Because this is your second show, you've got a really big part. A lot of people are looking up to you. So how are you handling that at such a young age?
Well, I was very shocked when I got the news that I was Prince Eric. I was not expecting it at all. But it's been, I kind of have an expectation. The freshmen expect me to pull off a good show, and the older ones are looking at me to do well as well. So, but it's been good.
For both of you, what is your favorite scene or your favorite part of a scene without giving anything from the show away? What's probably the part you think people should be looking for when it comes to show nights?
Well, I can't, like you said, I can't give anything away, but my favorite would probably have to be the cliche Part of Your World scene. I just love that song, and I love singing it, and it just feels so free up there.
I would have to say the shipwreck is my favorite scene, with the lighting now and just the sound effects. It's just really cool.
I mean, I've obviously been there a lot, so like the technical aspect of that scene might be the most technically advanced scene we've ever done at a musical or at a show here at the high school. Would you guys agree with that?
I'd agree with that, yeah.
So, Alaina, you've had experience here at the high school doing shows. What, compared to when you were younger you did shows all the way up, what do you think this compares to with past shows you've been in?
We've had some great shows here, but I think our strongest competitor would probably have to be Shrek from 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was an amazing show, and the cast was just placed perfectly. So, not saying we have to compete with Shrek, but if we're gonna try and beat anything, so to speak, it'll be Shrek.
But do you think that this is comparison? Because I've heard that a lot. Like nothing's going to be able to beat Shrek, which was 2 years ago. But I believe that like technically this is by far more advanced. So do you think that gives it like a leg up?
I think so. I think we're going to surprise people with a lot of things that they aren't expecting. But I think Shrek was good because everyone had their own character and everyone had their special thing. So in a lot of ways it compares to this show because you're a fish or you're a seagull, and so I think everyone can find their own character and portray it that way.
So leading up to the show, do you have any final worries? Like, I mean, we're getting really close. Like, we're right there. The show is about to open. And do you have any serious worries as we lead up to this? Do you have any, like, last anxiety kind of things?
Well, I definitely am nervous. It's going to be very nerve-wracking being in front of all those people, just singing our hearts out. But I think we're more excited. But you know, it is. Hopefully, we'll get everything the way it's supposed to be before Friday.
Yeah, I have confidence in us that we will pull it off because we always do.
Yeah.
And last play, High School Musical, I was nervous right before we went on, but then once I got on, you know, the nerves went away and it was just excitement. So I'm hoping that's what happens this time.
Yeah.
That it's just excitement takes over.
Well, thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you for having us.
Again, I've been joined with Alaina Glover and Devyn Porter, who are Ariel and Eric, in the upcoming high school musical, the Pendleton Heights High School musical of The Little Mermaid. It will be playing this Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 1:30 p.m. For WEEM, I'm Heidi Spencer.